Hey everybody, welcome to this A2 English listening practice video. You can use this video to practice your listening and comprehension as I speak. Before we start, remember to download the Listening Time podcast and become a member at patreon.com/listeningtime to receive my listening practice seminars, extra podcast episodes, and my sound training videos. And remember that if you become a Listening Time family member, you'll receive my advanced podcast episodes. Okay, so today we're going to talk about learning. In my opinion, this is a really important topic because we should always try to learn new things in life. So first, why don't we talk about learning in school? The first place that you might think of when you think of learning is school. In the US, people usually start their first year of school when they're between 4 and 6 years old. From that point on, they have many classes and study many subjects until they finish high school. And then, of course, they can go to college if they want. So in total, this is a lot of learning. But do students really learn a lot during their education? I think it depends. Sometimes you learn a lot in your class, and sometimes you don't learn much at all. I'm sure a lot of you have had this experience before. You take a class in high school, and you're supposed to learn that subject, but you don't remember much from that class when it's over. This could be because the teacher wasn't that good, or maybe you weren't that interested in the class. This happened to me a lot. When I wasn't that interested in the subject, I just memorized the necessary information to pass the tests. Afterwards, I forgot all that information. However, when I had classes that I was interested in, I actually learned a lot. For example, in 7th grade, I had an English class that I loved. It was strange because most of my other classmates hated this class. The teacher focused a lot on grammar, and we studied the structure of the English language in detail. I guess I'm not like most people because this actually fascinated me. I still remember a lot of the information that I learned in that class, even though it was 16 years ago. I think this shows that our brain can learn a lot if it's engaged, but it won't learn if it's not engaged. So how about learning in your job? Some people don't want to continue learning after they graduate from school. They might think that once they get a job, they're done learning. But we don't only learn in school, we have to learn throughout our career. This is important because if we don't continue learning, we can't stay up to date. This means that our knowledge and experience can't help us with current issues in our work. That's why we should always be looking to increase our knowledge even if it's not required. So how can we continue learning if we're not in school? Well, one way is to take courses to learn skills and get certifications. This can definitely help you in your career. But to be honest, you can learn without taking courses. You can use free resources like YouTube to learn all kinds of things. It's really simple. You just need to dedicate some time and attention to this. So, what are some things that could be useful to learn? Of course, you can learn languages. You can take courses to improve your soft skills like communication and leadership. Or maybe you can read about some new trends in your field of work. You can choose to learn anything, really. You can learn things that aren't even related to your career if they're interesting for you. In the end, the important thing is to always be open to learning new things. Okay, that's all for today. Remember to download the Listening Time podcast and become a member at patreon.com/listeningtime to receive my listening practice seminars, extra podcast episodes, and sound training videos. And remember that if you become a Listening Time family member, you'll also receive my advanced podcast episodes. Also, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell, and follow us on Instagram. I'll see you next time.